My name is Denise B. Grant. I am the founder of Pandas Tree, an organisation that supports Black families and their loved ones with a diagnosis of trisomy 21, also known as Down syndrome. Therefore, I am a proud Black SEN Mama. I think when I realised that I was a parent carer, it was about, I'd probably say, 4 years into our journey. We hit the ground running almost with caring responsibilities. They started off fundamentally in the area of medicine because she was often quite sick in hospital on and off for a long time. As she grew, it then became therapies and appointments and juggling all of that.
One of the hardest things about being a mother and a carer is just making them both work together at the same time. Two very big roles, might I add, together, and just trying to get regular things done.
The impact of caring for two SEN kids, I'm doing it alone. One of my children is 13 and has complex medical needs, and my second daughter has ADHD. I would describe my challenging moments as a carer of two SEN children is being at the appointments. My 13-year-old daughter has appointments every 6 months. She has got various specialties. She's peg fed. She has a slow beating heart. She's under the orthosis for her bones. Her hips are currently coming out the socket, so she needs a major operation to put them back in socket. And that's preventative work, but it's necessary for her quality of life.
Doing regular things like, cooking or going for a shower or going to the shop are not as simple as they would be if I was just a mother or maybe just a carer. But because I am both at the same time, it's hard.
Being a carer can be quite tough. If your child has issues with sleeping, then this is obviously going to affect carers. Taking them to a new school setting, taking them out in public and them having a meltdown, and members of the public not understanding what it's all about, so they are quick to judge you as a bad parent and quick to judge your child as a bad child.
Those struggles don't just start and end in the home. They expand out of that. There have been jobs that I've done before that just are not compatible with me being a carer. Now, they may be compatible with me being a mother, but I don't know how to be a mother without being a carer. Finding the balance is really difficult. And I've had to leave jobs.
As she got even older, we then started to think about education, schooling, nursery, and what that would all mean for her as a person with trisomy 21. I have had to literally adapt everything that I do. I'm naturally an organized person, but my skills were really tested because every single time I picked up my phone, there might be somebody emailing me or messaging me with a brand new appointment. At one point, my daughter had around 18 areas of therapeutic and medical care, and they were spread far and wide across the city. So we were often journeying to go to therapies, journeying to go to the hospital, to go to clinics, to go to appointments which are mandatory for her.
The length of time it takes for children nowadays to get diagnosed. These children are missing out on valuable resources which could help them tremendously in the now. It's quite tough.
In low mood, being irritable, I find these are things that I experience, regularly. And I imagine that it's because of the burnout and because of all the responsibility that I'm facing, more than one feels they can actually handle, but you just get on with it, I guess.
After about 4 years, I would say the stress started to show. I wasn't able to sleep because she wasn't sleeping very well and still doesn't. I wasn't able to function as well as I used to. I would find myself clenching my jaw and subconsciously grinding my teeth. I wasn't even aware as to how stressed I was. And despite the support that I had, and I did have support from close friends and families, nobody really fully understood
When it comes to my mental health, I was very stressed. My cortisol levels were really high, so it made it very difficult for me to get any sleep. In times past, I was really struggling with anxiety. I didn't want to leave the house for fear that my son would do something. And then, a member of the public would say something rude, and then I'd say something rude back.
After a period of time, became very withdrawn, was functioning for the sake of functioning, but not really feeling like I was accomplishing much or getting anything done other than caring for my child and making sure that she had all the provisions and everything that she needs.
You're dealing with it, all the time, and that is just your reality, I guess, day in, day out. You have stress at work and a lot happening at work and things that can trigger you at work and bother you, but then you come home and there's no kind of downtime. It's constant, and that is tough.
There's also the worries and stress of when we're not here, as we're getting older. Let's not beat around the bush. So what I'm doing is preparing my 13-year-old to be an employer or a personal assistant. And I brought my 3 girls up, 21, 13 and 7, but they're a team and they're to support each other, but they're all to have their own lives. I'm currently having therapy every week that I pay privately. I've been doing that since February. For my own personal self-care is at least every month I either have a full body massage or a facial. I get my nails done every 2 to 3 weeks, depending about the growth. And I get pedicures done. And it's been a while, but I do like to do solo holidays without the kids. My 13-year-old, she has respite once a month, 3 nights that she goes away for, which are very vital for my sanity, and she loves going away. Then I make an effort for me and my 7-year-old to do something. We usually go away to stay in place, so we do like Legoland and things like that.
Got to a point where I hit, I believe, rock bottom, and a really good friend of mine reached out, offered me some help, and I was able to work through a lot of my stresses through counselling.
Try and take time for yourself where you can. I know it's hard finding spaces where you're accepted, where people understand you and where people want to listen. Black SEN Mums makes that space possible. So the last SEN Mums meetup that I attended, which was in April, there was childcare there. So for mums who didn't have childcare on that day, or they didn't have somewhere to send their kids to, or trusted family member or friend, they could bring their child and trust that their child is in capable hands, literally just through a door, and also be able to share their experiences. Black SEN Mums is a space where I feel incredibly comfortable to open up and speak about my experiences, because I know that the mums in those circles, in those spaces, understand.
When it comes to self-care, I try and take ashwagandha, magnesium. That helps me with sleep, helps to balance my hormones, because I think they've been a bit off given the lack of sleep over the years, especially ever since becoming a mum. I try to go out whenever I can and just be one with nature. I find that helps me a lot, helps me to recharge my batteries, and I also try and sleep as much as I possibly can as well.
I think as SEN mamas, we often suffer from burnout. The burnout is real. It's taken me about 4.5 to 5 years and really, after some counselling, to realise the fundamental of pouring into myself so that I'm able to pour into others. That could be going to counselling, that could be taking yourself for a cheeky brunch or lunch after drop off and just remembering some of the things that used to make you happy. It could mean joining the gym, finding fellowship with other families and parents and women who are experiencing the same things that you are, being able to be honest and open about how you're feeling. If you can get respite, don't be afraid of social services. They're not that bad. See a GP if you're depressed or you're overtly anxious. And most importantly, take care of you, because if you don't take care of you, you can't take care of anybody else.